Yeah, so we got back on Sunday arvo, and obviously there was a public holiday yesterday, so we all haven't got together as a team at the footy club yet, but had a bit of a debrief quickly after the game, and at the end of the day, yeah, it's pretty cliche, but the position we put ourselves in is to be able to, hopefully go out and win against GBS, and that's all we can focus on doing, in a short season, and with three losses and 2 wins on the ball. We're cutting it fine, but we just got to focus on winning the game on the weekend and keep ourselves alive.
When we saw it off, where did it go wrong?
Yeah, look, it probably started in the middle, and we're a little bit undermanned there, but we've had 7 new draftees on the weekend to hopefully, I guess, develop them in those areas. Obviously, Hatchie and I have been the main ones there, and we just need girls to kind of step up and help us out there. But in the midfield, we probably, they had Emma Carney, Jenna Bruton, Jazzy Garner. The list definitely does go on. And at the end of the day, like, North are a very, very strong side. And, if you're not winning the contested ball in the mids, getting it down to the forwards, it's making their life a little bit difficult.
So it's such a short season, wins are so valuable. Erin, where's she at? How close was she playing the weekend?
Yeah, obviously she played the week before, so she was pretty close. I will say, like, a 6-day turnaround did not do her any favours, really. First game back, pretty sore. But in saying that, the knee's literally fine. She just was sore and didn't get up. She'll be training this week and hopefully out there on the park, but she's got to get through that and show she's capable of, I guess, getting out in the field on the weekend.
So if it was a 7-day turnaround, was she more of a chance? Is she almost a lock for this weekend?
I would hope so, but I don't know. I'm not medical staff, but yeah, I think it's positive that she has played a game and she did get through. She played 80% of game time, so it's not like she was on limited minutes. The short turnaround didn't do her any favours, so yeah, you'd hope to see her out there, given the fact that we do play on a Sunday.
Do you feel like you've been just really up against it as far as injuries go the whole season, like just battling? Yeah,
absolutely. We speak about, not getting the job done in the midfield, but, we've got, I think, we didn't have EJ in the forward line, we didn't have Flip in the forward line, we didn't have Chloe in the forward line, we didn't have Hannah Martin in the forward line. So it's a pretty fresh forward line in terms of if you're looking back what we'd have in there without the injuries. Well, yeah, definitely we as a club haven't hidden away from the fact we do have injuries, but, when injuries happen, that gives other players opportunity to step up, and young girls that come from under 18s don't always, I guess, be able to perform that they have at the younger level, but that's just them taking initiative to step up and have those moments. And they definitely are showing us that they're capable of playing at the level. They've shown their moments. We just need more moments and, them having an impact for longer periods of time. But they've definitely shown that they're capable of it. But when that's getting done and how long for is probably the little bit of a concerning thing for us. But, it's a challenge when you've got injuries, and we're up to the challenge. So hopefully we can get the job done on the weekend.
How's Jess Foley tracking?
Yeah, so Jess Foley's got that mid-foot sprain. It's a difficult one. I've never had one, but from what I've heard, we had Jess Sedgenry with a more severe one last year, and she was out of the game, for 4 to 6 weeks. She's a pro and she'll get everything right to get herself back, but she's probably the one that's a little bit further back, given the fact that she's hasn't been running, just purely in the fact that it is a mid-foot sprain. I think we said maybe 4 weeks, and she tells me she's 2 down, so will we see her in 2 weeks? Maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see, but I will say Jess Foley does tick all the boxes, so hopefully.
Chloe Shear, any updates on her?
Yeah, so Chloe Shear, she obviously had that little setback, but she's tracking along quite nicely, and she's lost a few kilos along the way since her little minor setback. We spoke to her the other day. I said, "You're looking pretty trim," and when you do have that setback and you can't run, she took the initiative to go to our dietitian and see how she can, put her best foot forward in terms of getting back on the park and running, because when you're that little bit lighter, the knees definitely responded a little bit better to that. But no timeline on her. The other injuries are obviously a week to week, check in, ticking boxes, but Chloe and Jess are probably a few weeks away.
You crunched all the numbers. Do you know what you have to do to sort of keep in the mix with the top three conference?
Oh, I think literally we're pretty lucky that we're in Conference A in terms of what the points are like. We've got GWS above us and now Geelong. So we have to beat GWS on the weekend. And I think if we were to not get the 4 points, we would maybe be out. But I'm not sure of the logistics of it all. But at the end of the day, we have to win on the weekend. Otherwise, we are probably not in control of any of it.
You got a good squad that responds to the whole sort of do or die situation.
Yeah, it's funny because we've been in these situations before. Even last year, we had to beat Melbourne on that last game, and I think we didn't know. There was definitely a number that we had to beat them by, but the focus throughout the whole week, honestly, was just win the game, and if that's by, a point, that's great. Well, we just had to get the 4 points, and that's what we really focused on. I know that was last year, and we got a whole different squad, but the girls that have been in those situations before, hopefully we can really reiterate to the girls what it means and what the weekend does mean, because if we don't get the job done, we're not in a good position.
Can you still win it, do you think?
Can we still win on the weekend, or still?
Can you still win the flag again?
Oh, I was having a conversation with Phil Harper before. I believe that we can get the job done. In terms of if we can, get some of our senior girls back, that would be ideal, because you guys all know that leadership and talent does help on the park. So if we were to get some of those girls back, maybe, but we've got to just deal with what we have on the park on the weekend and just really push the girls that have their opportunity at the moment to just take the opportunity, because obviously there is a lot of senior girls out, and these young girls, I see a lot of girls that come through and play 1 to 2, 3 games in their draft year, and the reality is most of us have played more games than they probably would have, and that's due to injuries, but injuries is a part of a contact sport.